Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide. We'll be talking nothing but this boxing. What's good with your fam? I'd like to thank you all for joining me today, man. Salute to all my subscribers. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel and you find yourself digging this video, man, don't leave out of here without hitting that subscribe button. I want to talk a little bit about Deontay Wilder, man. As you all probably know, the rematch with Tyson Fury is not happening. And I want to talk about what's next for Deontay Wilder. But before I get into that, man, I want to talk a little bit about how we got here. Last year, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, they were in negotiations to fight each other, man. Both sides blamed the opposite side on as to why the fight didn't happen. The majority of the United States public perceives Anthony Joshua as the reason why the fight didn't happen with Deontay Wilder. Obviously, Tyson Fury felt the same way because he took it upon himself to step up for the United Kingdom and take on the challenge of Deontay Wilder for the United Kingdom, man. He said he got to step up for the UK because he didn't believe that AJ was, a good representative of what the UK fighter should look like. So that's why he stepped up to face Deontay Wilder, because he felt Anthony Joshua was a coward, and he didn't want the world to look at the United Kingdom as cowards. So almost immediately, man, the Deontay diehard fans, the fanboys, they built Tyson Fury's profile up. Tyson Fury has never been a big thing over here in the States, man, and the diehard fans of Deontay Wilder, they built the fan base of Tyson Fury up, man. They made this guy into, a solid opponent for Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between being a fan of somebody and being a fanboy. Me, myself, I am a Deontay Wilder fan, but I'm not a fanboy. I can look at the fight objectively, you know what I'm saying? Big Faces Worldwide, we on GMB time over here. We on grown man business time. I'm not following no crowd, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying things just because it's the popular thing to do, man. I'm going to look at the fight and I'm going to call the fight how I see it, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm on this YouTube thing to do, is to talk boxing. You know what I'm saying? Whether my guy wins or lose, I'm going to call the fight how I see it, man. But you got these fanboys who are going to call the fight or call the whole situation one way for one guy. And these guys built up, and don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking nobody for being a fan of nobody. But I'm just trying to break down, what I'm talking about here. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about how the diehard Deontay Wilder fans, they built Tyson Fury up. Tyson Fury was unknown to the American public, and these guys, they built Fury's profile up, and they made the American people take notice. The American people, the casual fan perceived Tyson Fury as a possible threat to Deontay Wilder. But all the boxing insiders, we looked at it as Deontay Wilder's gonna go in here and knock this boy clean out. You know what I'm saying? That's how we looked at it. And Tyson Fury had other plans, man. Tyson Fury fought the fight of his life, and things didn't go the way that Deontay Wilder planned them. You understand what I'm saying? And thus we got the draw. The fight was a real good fight, real exciting. A lot of drama. Hence that's why people wanted to see the rematch. Right after the fight, people were saying that the majority of the logical, the objective GMB grown man business people, we seen the fight as Fury was winning that fight, man. Fury was winning that fight, man. Had it not been for the knockdowns, Fury would have clearly got the decision. But Deontay Wilder does have that awesome power, and he was able to catch Fury and drop him twice, which I do believe could have evened the scorecard up, man. Thus, we received a draw. We received a draw, and I agree with that. I agree with that decision. Although I do think Tyson Fury was outboxing Deontay Wilder, he was beating Deontay Wilder very decisively, and a lot of the American public thought that he was beating Deontay Wilder very decisively. You know what I mean? But you know, that's not a big task, man, because you know a lot of times in Deontay Wilder's fights, he gets behind on the cards. You know what I'm saying? But he got that one hitter quitter, man. That you know he's able to knock his opponent clean out. You know, and that's what everybody was expecting here. Nobody expected Tyson Fury to get up from that punch, man. And the way he got up was superhuman. You know what I'm saying? To this day, people still, we don't understand how he got up, but he got up. You know what I mean? He was able to get up. Did Jack Reese give him a little bit more time? Yes. Do I think it was the correct move? Yes. Because Tyson Fury was fighting his heart out. You know what I mean? A lesser referee would have waved that fight off, and the fight would have been over. Deontay Wilder would have won. But Jack Reese, he seen that Tyson Fury was in the fight. He seen that Tyson Fury was fighting his heart out, man. So he gave him, just a little bit more time to see if he was all right, man. And that's what happened, man. It's not, I don't make the rules. You know what I'm saying? They say it's up to the referee's discretion. They say a 10 count is not necessarily 10 seconds. And as we seen, you know what I'm saying? But, we got the draw, but the American public, the boxing insiders, they all perceived Tyson Fury as, getting a moral victory. You know what I'm saying? And Deontay Wilder, it didn't sit well with him. You know what I'm saying? He wanted the rematch. And, he was fully focused on the rematch. He was 100%, hell-bent on getting this rematch. And right out the gate, man, Tyson Fury, his team said that they didn't want an immediate rematch. His dad didn't want to fight, you know what I'm saying? His wife didn't want to fight. His trainer, Ben Davison, came out, days after the fight saying that, they didn't want the immediate rematch, you know what I'm saying? And Tyson Fury came out and said, there's no need to do the rematch because the world knows who won, you know what I'm saying? But then with all the backlash, this is the day of social media. Social media got on his ass, man, and Fury changed his tune, man. He said he wanted the rematch, man. So both teams began negotiating the rematch. They were heavy in negotiations. They filed an extension. The fight was scheduled to go to purse bid per WBC policy, but both sides, filed an exemption to the WBC saying that they were in heavy negotiations. They need more time to work out a deal. Okay, a couple more weeks went on. They did it again. They filed another exemption. Deontay Wilder's team, his manager Shelly Finkel, his advisor Al Heyman, they believed that they were really in heavy negotiations with Tyson Fury after this second extension. But Tyson Fury, Frank Warren, they knew all along, in my opinion, that what they were doing. They were working on a deal with ESPN, and Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? And if that deal didn't go through, then they would go ahead and go on with the Deontay Wilder rematch. But should it go through, you know what I'm saying, that's more zeros in the bank for them, man. And that's what happened. Wilder and his team, they were blindsided in the world, blindsided by the news that Tyson Fury had signed with Bob Arum, Top Rank. You know what I mean? It caught everybody by surprise. Deontay Wilder, he did a couple interviews, man, where he talked about how, until he hears something from Fury, that, he's still looking at the rematch as of happening. Prior to the news coming out a week earlier, Deontay Wilder said that, he was so sure the fight was happening, man. He put out something saying that, the fight is 100% happening. They're just working out some details and, just wait for the news, the announcement. But, what kind of caught my attention is how hard the rematch, process was taken. The first fight, the negotiations went smooth, there was no hiccups, everybody was fair, everybody agreed on terms, and we got the fight, real quick. It was easy for the fight to be made. But for some reason, this fight here was taking a long time, man. There was extensions filed, and You know, they were going over this, trying to dot their I's and cross their T's, and you know, the public didn't quite understand it, especially for a guy in Tyson Fury who says, you know, money is not the object. He's fighting for more than money. Who supposedly gave his whole $7 million, $8 million purse to charity in L.A. You know what I'm saying? What was the holdup? What was the holdup? The holdup was he was, you know, working out this deal with ESPN and Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? Now that the fight is not happening, what's next for Deontay Wilder, man? You know, he put out a tweet earlier today, man. First, I'm going to read to you the tweet that sparked all this. You know what I'm saying? Andre Ward, the day after the first fight with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, he put out this post, man. He says, I don't think the rematch will ever happen. Wilder probably won't want to go through that again. We'll take the draw and move on, and Fury doesn't really have to. Even a draw was a win for him last night, the way he performed. Fury versus Joshua at Wembley in the summer. And the Wilder diehard fans went crazy. You know, they put out a full-fledged assault on Andre Ward, man. And, you know, got things stirred up, man, you know, for this guy. You know, not saying that, you know, what Andre Ward did was right, you know what I mean? I'm not saying what he did was right. I'm not saying what he did was wrong. What Andre Ward did was give his opinion. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, people, you know, crucified Andre Ward for giving his opinion, man. You know, and I don't think it's cool. You know what I mean? You got people, fans of Deontay Wilder, who I've watched videos, dudes making videos who openly stated that they believe Tyson Fury won the fight. You know what I mean? It's these same dudes who said that, who said their opinion, getting on Andre Ward for giving his opinion. You know what I'm saying? Where's the hypocrisy in that? You know what I mean? Where's the hypocrisy in that? You know what I'm saying? So Deontay Wilder today, after the news that, you know, Tyson Fury was not going to fight him again, man, he put out this tweet. It says, well, and he tagged Andre Ward. I guess this is what not wanting smokes look like. Your guy personally asked for a tune-up fight before re-entering the ring with the hashtag King style-wise. Mentally and physically, I want all the smoke. Never judge my heart, my nigga. You'll be surprised what it is capable of doing. And he put that out to Andre Ward, man. You know, and all because that, you know, these dudes who you know, worship Wilder, man. You know, they stirred up this shit with Andre Ward, man. Me, not co-signing what Ward put out, man, but, you know, when it comes down to it, it was his opinion. You know what I'm saying? And like I preach on my channel, man, it's just GMB. We on grown man business time. You know what I'm saying? We're not following these guys with these narratives, man, that just may not be true. They look at one thing, you know, one way, a certain way, and they close their eyes to everything objective, man. And if that's what they want to do, that's on them. But over here, we on grown man business time, man. We gonna do it GMB style, man. We gonna keep it a buck, and we gonna call it how we see it. You know what I mean? And if they don't like it, then, you know, I don't know what to say, man. But there's a lot of these guys out here that I like watching the content, man. I dig what they're saying, but there's a lot of them that I don't agree with, man. A lot of them out here putting this propaganda out here, man. These false narratives out here, and you know, that's their business, man. They got people who follow them and ride with them. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? But over here, you know, we ain't doing that. You know, we on grown man business time. GMB, man. I'm gonna start a hashtag GMB. So what's next for Deontay Wilder, man? Me personally, I think it was a mistake. I think it was a mistake for him to cut off all communications with Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn after the Tyson Fury fight. To not even open their emails, not even look at their messages, was a big mistake, man. I think he should have, you know, at least kept communication open, at least seeing, you know, what they had to say, you know, traded some emails back and forth. talked about to see where they were coming from, man. In the case of Tyson Fury backing out the fight, they had something to fall back on. Now Anthony Joshua's coming to your country, fighting a Big Baby Miller in New York City, you know. And should Anthony Joshua knock out Big Baby Miller in devastating fashion, man, you know, I believe Anthony Joshua will be huge over here in the States. You understand what I'm saying? I think Deontay Wilder should, you know, go ahead and fight Brazil in May. You know, go ahead and fight Brazil in May. And right after that fight, you know, he'll be free. Anthony Joshua will be free. Go after the undisputed. You know what I'm saying? That's what Deontay Wilder has preached for a long time. You know, one face, one name, one champion. And I think that, you know, that should be the way that he should go, is try to get that undisputed. I understand that Deontay Wilder has pride, man, and, you know, he feels that, you know, Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, you know, they play games with him. They play games with his emotions. They play games during the negotiations. But, you know, cutting off communication is not the way to get them back, man. You get them back inside that square circle. If you really believe that you can knock Anthony Joshua out, then you get him back that way. You go into that ring and you knock his ass out, if that's what you believe, man. But you don't cut off the negotiations. And now it seems like we're right back where we started off before Tyson Fury stepped up. And, you know what I'm saying, Deontay Wilder and his team, you know, putting out that they did everything in their power to make the fight. They agreed to all the terms. And, you know what I mean, they're looking crazy out here. They're looking crazy, man. They agreed to everything and still not getting a fight. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury clearly ducked Deontay Wilder, in my opinion. No doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? I heard people say, how can he duck him and he fight him before? It's simple. It's simple. You know, in the streets, man, you might see a guy that you think you can whoop. You really believe you can whoop. Y'all rumble. You know what I mean? You feel his strength. You feel his power. You know what I mean? You might not want to rumble that dude again. Like, nah, I ain't messing with dude again. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with boxing, man. You know, he felt Deontay Wilder's power. You know, he got his family in his ear telling him he don't need to do it again. And thus, you know, he's not doing it right now. We might get it later on this year. We might get it next year. We might not never get it. But I don't think Deontay Wilder needs to, you know, cry over spilled milk. I think he needs to, you know, lace his boots back up, man, and continue on with his career. Fight Dominic Brazil. Try to, you know, after that, try to fight Anthony Joshua. And if that doesn't come to fruition, then put that behind you, man. Go on and keep fighting whoever they put in front of you, man. Go through the rankings, man, and fight these top guys. Fight Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? You can keep on doing what you're doing, man. Keep knocking these dudes out, man. And eventually, them dudes will have to see you. You know what I mean? Eventually, they'll have to see you. You know? But that's all I got, man. I wanted to talk a little bit about Deontay Wilder and, you know, what I perceive his next move should be. This is Big Faces Worldwide. Like I said, if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. You know, don't forget to hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when I'm dropping more videos. Don't forget, we on that GMB time, grown man business.